Bum 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 bada bum bum. Bum 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 bada bum bum. Oh, I stop. Collaborate and listen. I sit back with my brand new invention. Something got a hold of me tightly. Flow like a hawk, yo, daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? I hope so. Sorry, didn't take my pills this morning. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So I got this vanilla ice baby. Don't start that rap again. In my mystery box, some bouncers, and I wanted to try it out. I still love a good old wax. I love a good old bit of waxage. Glass jar. I probably paid less than a tenner for this with all the other stuff that was thrown into that box. It looks like a high quality wax. I've got a bit of crackage there, so maybe there's a little bit of Montan in there. Maybe a bit of Montan, because that can cause a bit of crackage when you get a bit of shrinkage going. But it looks like it's had a staggered pour to give you the nice level ice rink, as I call it, pour. It's got a slightly boutique feel to it, like a handmade wax. Did I read that on the jar? Yeah, handmade, hand poured, yeah. So that's really nice. I love the fact someone's melted this down, you know, blended a wax together with waxes, put things in it. It smells, so I can smell the canuba, or the nuba, carnuba. I can smell a slight musky solvent. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be quite a dry wax, relatively. But let's just put our hand over the top of it. Yeah, it's quite a dry wax, relatively. So some paste waxes, you can they're really pasty, and you can get your finger in there and get all the grainy kind of wax or dissolved wax around. This is hard, so it's quite a hard wax. Yeah, very hard, in fact, because I can't move it. So let's try and pick some of this up, but you can see the little bit of oil on the surface there. So let's just try and pick some of this up, see how it comes up. Yeah, so it's coming up really nice, actually. So it's really good. Let's just put a little bit down on the panel. This car's clean. I'm going to be doing proper paint correction on this, or maybe not. I'm going to be doing something with this, you know, that involves polishing it. So it's not too important, this wax going on, you know. So we can just use this bit of wax to get a bit more wax over the applicator. It's quite nice. Yeah, once you're working it, it's kind of breaking down a bit and getting a bit slidey now. It's ideal temperature really today. Probably about, I don't know, 18 degrees in here to apply a wax. Got to see what happens to this. They say leave it about 3 minutes, but don't let it dry. Yeah, it's still spreading good. Now, it usually takes a bit of time to get it going. So once I've got it going, see there, it's still wet. Just put a bit down there. You could actually work this wax and spread it out and probably do a good quarter of this panel without having to go back again. Yeah, no problem so far. So you can't quite see what I'm seeing. But there, now you can see what I'm seeing. So let's just spread that while you can see it in the light. So it spreads pretty good. Yeah, no problem putting that out over the car. What do the instructions say? Yeah, applying circular strokes, yeah. 1 to 3 minutes. Store the wax in a cool place. Yeah, if this jar of wax gets really hot in the summer, you can find the wax inside can start melting and dissolving. But I think you'll be all right with that. It seems like quite a hard wax. Let's get a cloth. Nothing better than showing the buffage when you've got that nice light there and you can really see the product, because then that gives you an idea of what it's doing and how well it buffs off of that panel. So we're really just gonna dilly-dally around. So while that's just waiting, I'm going to give it like another 30 seconds or something like that. So I'll go to 15. Yeah, I'm just setting my time. What have we got going on there? We've got all our glass cleaners, which you've probably seen. I've been taking the opportunity to just use them. I get loads more time But we've also got more abrasives behind them, you can see there, and liquid sealants and liquid waxes. So we're going full tilt. Okay, we're at 15 seconds. So this has been on long enough according to the time. So let's just have a look at it under the light with my finger. There you go. So it's starting to stiffen up. There's still a wetness to it. It says don't let it dry, so we're going to follow the instructions. We're within the time window, so let's buff. Right, I want you to be able to see the buffage. So that's a good angle there. Let's just... Yeah, I can feel... That's nice. I can just feel a slight grippiness from the wax as it's starting to set, but just follow the rules. I hate it when you have to buff really hard. Let's just take this bit off here. It's good. Let's get the light back so you can see. Here we go. There's an angle. There we go. Let's go across here then while you can see it. So we stick to our little circles. It's nice. You really want to just be able to kind of buff easily, don't you? You just want to be able to take your cloth and just kind of, you know, give it a good buff up, and then you get the nice kind of jetting coming through from the wax. So that, to me, seems pretty good. That's only the second ever Bouncers wax I've used. The first one I used was about 5 or 6 years ago. And I can't remember what it was called, but it was some other wax. And if you left that wax too long, it went rock hard. I can't remember what it was. So you do have to follow the instructions. If you follow the instructions like I have, that seems an absolute piece of cake. Be careful about putting it all over the car. And then by the time you've buffed one bit of it, you know, by the time you get around here, it could have been sitting on the car for 15 minutes because then you're breaking the instructions. So follow the instructions, work section by section. You could do half the bonnet. And then by the time you've sprayed it out over, you know, put it on half the bonnet, you'd be ready to buff in the first bit, wouldn't you? So that would work. And then you could do the wing, work your way around the car. And that is the bit I really love, this part of doing, you know, detailing. So should we get some water? Here you see my shelves as well. These are from Display Pro, custom size 120, so you can get the IK doodles in there, you know. So I expect if we go down here where there's no wax, so we've got not much going on, you know, just water. I suspect if we put it on up here, it's going to be all beady. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, cool. So, there is a look at Bouncers Vanilla Ice. It works. So it's just going to put down a layer of wax, which looks like it's going to harden, looks like it's going to be easy to work with, easy to buff. What I don't know is how long it's going to last. Do I really care? No, not really. Sometimes it's nice when you're testing products to have a stonking durability product that can do a year and then it wins all the tests. But I wouldn't use that. I wouldn't be looking for that characteristic. This is just a wax that you can enjoy putting on your car. And I love them at this time of year, putting on waxes. So that is Bouncers Vanilla Ice, guys. Check it out. What was I going to say? What was I going to say about waxes? Oh, yeah. The only downside I know is about waxes, and it doesn't matter if it's Vanilla Ice or Built Amber or Turtle Wax or Geon, is you can notice when you go and wash them, you get a breakdown of the film, and then it can be sticky the next time. Or rough under the microfiber sometimes. That can happen with waxes. So that's a reason perhaps to go for their sealants, but there's still something really special about these little pots of waxes, and people just still love using them. So yeah, there'll always be a place in my garage for some paste waxes, and I like to have more than one. This is a decent one. That Turtle Wax Ceramic Graphene Titanium. It's got everything. You want it, we got it. This one is got fluorine in it. That's a belter of a wax. My built handle ones, I think, have gone off now. I think, so I won't be... I don't like the idea of using them when they're really, really old. And I think after about 5 years, you know, you probably should have really probably used them up by then. What other waxes have I got? Oh, look. Oh, yeah. Looks clean, doesn't it? It's nice, dirty. It's really dirty. It needs a clean. It needs a clean, but never mind. What other waxes do I have? I've done one. I've got the Auto Glim wax. I've got the Fuso. There, I've got 4 tins of Fuso. Where have my other waxes gone? No? What have I done with those? Oh. Yeah, there they are. Got the high temp paste wax. I've got this is Imran's. He's probably given up hope of ever getting that back. Sorry, Imran, if you're watching. Ping me if you want this back. I can't let it go. It's like the Ring of Power. It's really good, but I'm never going to use it. This is like my high-end, mega expensive wax in a cheap tin. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. Get out of the tin. Oh, God. Right, here we go. Oh, no. I need another hand. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Jeez, I've only used this once. In anger. Well, this is the second pot, though, isn't it? This is a great wax. This is looks all crumbly, looks a bit weird. Smells amazing. But that is a proper like wax that you can imagine putting on your surfboard wax. That is the Shoal Vintage wax. I love this stuff. So that's kind of like the one that I had. That I just think is really, really cool. But is it worth like 150 quid or whatever it costs? No, it isn't. Probably, I don't want to say no waxes, but I like having it anyway. So that's it, guys. Quick look at Bouncer's, what was it called? Vanilla Ice. That's a good wax. Impressive. And it does have a slight boutique feel to it. Again, a bit like the Shoal, they put it in a glass rather than a plastic pot, so that's probably the most expensive type of pot you can get. Yeah, it's good stuff. Like it. Cool. See you soon on the Forensics Unplugged channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Dum 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 diddle dum dum. Dum 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 diddle dum dum.